Hey everyone, welcome. We're Khan Studio, and this is a movie recap of Back in Action, where a deadly spy just wants to live a quiet life. But his past won't let go. He's forced back into the game to do what he does best. It's an exciting story. Before we start, don't forget to like and share to support this channel. Let's rewind to 15 years ago. Matt and Emily, spy partners turned lovers, receive a mission from Shark, their boss, to infiltrate the birthday party of Bortazarko, the feared arms kingpin of Eastern Europe. Shark assists from HQ, tracking them via hacked surveillance. The team patches into the house's CCTV system, guiding the couple via earpieces as they arrive at the event. Emily greets the host and subtly offers a handshake to collect his fingerprint and open a hidden compartment in his desk. Their mission: steal the ICS key, a tool that can control major infrastructures like power plants. But things go wrong when alarms suddenly blare. They snatch the key and run, fighting through guards hand to hand and dodging security with Shark's guidance. Shark orders them to rendezvous with Baron and Mio ICX officer, but warns them to keep the key secret. Baron waits at a private hangar. Matt clearly dislikes the guy Baron used to date Emily. As soon as they board the plane, Matt locks the key in a case and offers a drink to celebrate. Emily declines, then drops shocking news: she's pregnant. She shows multiple positive tests. Though their relationship is still new, they're ready to start a family. Emily worries spies and babies don't mix. Suddenly, she feels nauseous. But the flight attendant says the bathroom's out of order. Emily starts to feel strange. She glances nervously at Matt. The flight attendant strikes before they can react. He grabs Emily, holding her hostage, demanding the ICS key in return. Turns out, he's actually an enemy agent in disguise. Matt fakes dropping the key to the floor, giving Emily a chance to grab her gun. Together, they take down the rest of the crew. You all turn out to be enemies. The situation becomes intense. One thug aims at Emily, legs crossed, surrounded by FOs. Matt rushes to deflect the gun, but the bullet strikes the pilot instead. The plane spirals out of control and crashes into a hill. The key disappears with one of the attackers tossed from the wreckage. The plane continues sliding down the snowy slope. Matt hands Emily the last parachute, wishing her a safe escape and to protect their child. But Emily won't leave him behind. She clings to Matt tightly, and they jump together, barely surviving, just before the wreckage crashes down. Surrounded by freezing forest snow, Matt and Emily make a bold decision to quit the spy life and live as normal people. The world believes they died in the crash. They agree to cut all ties, even family. Matt's fine with it, since his parents passed long ago. Emily doesn't hesitate either. She was already distant from her mother. They hadn't spoken in ages anyway. 15 years later, Matt and Emily live in a remote town under new identities with the kids. The eldest is a girl named Alice. The youngest, a boy named Leo. Matt's now a football coach. Emily runs an online business. They hide their past well, but the kids start noticing odd things. Alice questions why her dad speaks fluent Russian. They say it's from Pisco's work in Colombia, but earlier claimed to have worked elsewhere, raising suspicions. One morning, on the school run, tension brews in the car. Typical family generation clash. Matt bans Leo from drinking soda. Emily warns him not to play too many games. Emily invited her daughter to throw a party at home that night, but Alice said no, claiming she was studying at Anadis's house. Emily tried to bond with her teenage daughter and asked her to watch a movie together Monday night, but the girl brushed it off, clearly annoyed, not wanting to talk. At school, their spy instincts kicked in. They saw Alice holding hands with a boy. Emily grabbed the binoculars, and what she saw was their daughter kissing that boy. Alice noticed her parents spying too. She immediately called them out, furious that they were meddling in her private life. Emily, still frustrated with her daughter, vented to her AI device. Just then, a notification pinged from Alice's backpack. A chat revealed she wasn't studying, but going out to party. Matt tried stopping Emily from digging further. but her motherly instincts took over. She spotted scribbled letters behind a sticker and typed them in. Her heart sank. The password was Momizanoing. Inside, they found chats planning a booze night. Worried, they used old spy tricks to trace their daughter's GPS. At a loud Gen Z club, they found Alice dancing with friends and her boyfriend. When they tried to take her home, she yelled at them in front of everyone. Then a group of buff guys blocked their way, mocking them for being too old to party. Emily lost it. When one guy grabbed Alice's arm, she unleashed full combat skills, dropping the guy in seconds. Everyone froze in shock. Even Alice was stunned. Matt, seeing Emily start the fight, jumped in to help. They let out their anger at being called uncool parents and laid waste to the entire crew. They spotted a guy recording everything and rushed over to delete the footage, then dragged Alice out of the club. In the car, Matt asked how she even got in. She's underage. Alice admitted she had a fake hired. She just wanted to go out, have fun, and be a normal teen. Emily slipped up mentioning the password Momizanoing. Alice got even angrier, saying they crossed a line. She wanted them to stop meddling. She confessed she planned to leave home after graduation. Then she asked how her parents were so good at fighting. Where did they learn all that? Emily lied again, saying she took 2 taekwondo classes. Alice didn't buy it. She caught on they'd lied before. Sometimes they even contradicted each other. Later, Alice scolded Leo, thinking he told their parents the password, but he explained MOM had seen it on her sticker. Alice was surprised. She thought she'd hidden it well, didn't expect them to figure it out. Little did she know her parents were spies. Of course, they'd know. That night, Emily admitted she felt alive again, like the old days. She missed the action. Matt reminded her to think of the kids' safety, but he understood. Before bed, he sparred with her, letting her blow off steam with boxing practice. Not long after, a visitor showed up at their house. It was Shock, their old boss and friend. He said someone had posted their club fight on social media. It went viral, and that's how he found out they were still alive. Shock came to warn them that enemies may now be tracking them, but they weren't too worried. It's been years, and they hadn't done anything dangerous since. But Shark quickly revealed that after the crash, the search team found the body of a Belarusian terrorist and the lockbox, but not the key. The real Shock Baron was behind it all. That's right, Mio, ICX. He took bribes from Gore and sold secrets to the Belarusians. Now they're likely after the key and probably coming here. Shark urged them to run, but before he could finish, he was shot right in front of them. And the shooter wasn't alone. Gunmen shattered the windows, storming the house. The leading actor and his family ran for cover. They rushed to retrieve their hidden weapons. One car reversed out of the garage, crashing into the attackers. It was a diversion to lure the enemies toward that vehicle. Meanwhile, they escaped in another car, heading straight to their kids' school, pursued by the enemy. Matt admitted he kept the key. It's hidden at Emily's mom's house in the UK. They planned to retrieve it and return it to the CIA, but the enemy finally caught up. Matt tossed a mint candy into a soda bottle and hurled it at the enemy car. The explosion caused a crash, taking out their pursuers. After taking down the mercenaries, they rushed to pick up their kids. When asked why they had to go to England, Emily joked they were visiting Grandma, her childhood home. The kids were surprised, because she'd said her MOM was dead. Emily tried to cover it up, saying she didn't mean it literally, just that they were estranged, as if she was dead to her. Her MOM was cold-hearted, someone Emily didn't want in her kids' lives. But the kids didn't believe her. Alice brought up all the lies and how she got punished for lying, while Emily had lied too. During the trip, Matt and Emily wondered if they should finally tell their kids the truth about being spies, but they agreed it wasn't the right time. At Heathrow, they were already being watched. Multiple factions were after them because men who wanted the key, and agents from MI6, led by Baron. Matt decided to head to Emily's mom's house in a rental car. Emily, being cautious, confiscated the kids' phones and removed the SIM cards. At a gas station, the kids got snacks. Alice took back her phone while Emily was distracted and found fake passports with new names. She was confused. Why would her parents do this? She told Leo to connect to Wi-Fi to do some digging. Alice feared they were criminals on the run. But Leo disagreed. He said their lives were too boring to be dangerous. Matt and Emily talked near the pump. Emily said MI6 would catch up soon and suspected other groups might be after the key too, not just Baron. Meanwhile, Gore's men tracked them to the gas station and called for backup. Baron's team also got their latest GPS signal and moved in. Baron believed they planned to sell the key. At the station, the assassins arrived first. Matt and Emily sensed something wrong and gave each other the signal. Matt lit up a fire trap, barbecuing one of the attackers. Emily unleashed her skills, taking on both men and women. She hadn't lost her edge. Even after all these years, the kids stood frozen watching their parents turn into full-on warriors. Leo wanted to help but didn't know how. Matt rushed them to the car, while Emily backed out and rammed an armed enemy. As they sped away, they spotted Baron driving past and Emily floored it. The family fled from another ambush. Baron made a U-turn to chase them. Matt noticed a truck hauling large pipes ahead. He shot the chains, dropping the pipes to block the road, delaying Baron. The kids, terrified and confused, asked why their parents were hurting people. They feared they'd become accomplices, so Matt and Emily came clean. They admitted they were former spies, once part of the CIA. The kids were blown away. They never imagined their parents were that cool. Baron returned to the gas station to check the bodies and spotted a tattoo. It was a Belarus prison mark. He realized Kozgan was also hunting Matt and Emily. He ordered his team to track the car via satellite. The next morning, the family arrived at Foxhound Manor, home of Ginny Curtis, Emily's mother. The kids were stunned. It looked like a castle. Ginny greeted them with gunfire. She liked hunting birds for fun. The old lady laughed, said the kids were way older than in the photos, which confused Emily. She'd never sent any. Ginny revealed Matt had been secretly sending pictures. Alice and Leo were thrilled to explore the manor. They met Nigel, Ginny's much younger husband, almost like her son. He claimed to be a trainee spy at MI6, and Ginny herself used to work there too. Matt asked to talk to Ginny privately, so Nigel offered to give the kids a tour of the manor. He took Alice and Leo to his office and tried showing off some of his fighting moves, but being a rookie, he couldn't even hit the dartboard. Leo gave it a try and nailed it on the first shot. Nigel went on bragging about other spy gadgets, like a bulletproof umbrella. Leo was thrilled. He loved high-tech gear like that. Matt told Ginny about the key hidden here. He needed her advice, but Ginny scolded him for bringing trouble to her home. Soon after, Emily and her MOM started arguing. Emily admitted she wanted to be the kind of mother Ginny never was. She was determined to be there for her kids always, choosing family over work. Ginny sarcastically asked, "And how's that working out?" The kids' behavior spoke volumes. Emily gave her all to her children, but they still hated her. Ginny saw the chance to teach her daughter. A parent's job is to raise kids strong enough to survive on their own. Alice overheard the whole conversation. Feeling guilty for yelling at her MOM earlier, she quietly walked away unseen. Ginny reminded Emily that she wasn't the one who sent Emily to boarding school. Emily chose to leave on her own. Their issues didn't have to affect her relationship with the grandkids. Ginny begged her not to keep them apart. She later spoke with Alice, sharing stories of Emily's wild teenage years. and how Ginny herself had sacrificed everything for her country. Alice opened up too. She didn't hate her MOM, and believed her MOM didn't hate Ginny either. Ginny smiled, then invited her granddaughter for tea, but soon, mercenaries launched a brutal attack on the estate. Meanwhile, Nigel told Leo about the tough training at MI6, not just combat, but also coding. He joked about Leo becoming a spy like his parents. Though Leo was unsure, Nigel tested his reflexes and discovered Leo had natural talent. He was born with combat instincts. Matt and Emily headed to the secret basement to retrieve the key he'd hidden there when Emily was pregnant. He'd trusted Ginny could keep it safe, but when they heard the commotion upstairs, they rushed up and saw a helicopter on the lawn. Inside, Ginny and Nigel were tied up. Emily freed her MOM and went to find her children, but they were already surrounded. The kids were now in the hands of the armed assailants. Emily offered to trade the key for her children's safety. At first, she thought it was Baron's doing. But to her shock, it was Shark. He had faked his death. He worked for Gore and had staged the shooting to lure them into revealing the key's location and to pit them against Baron. He blamed them. After their disappearance, he was fired and lost everything. But Ginny seized the moment, launching a wild attack on the intruders with punches and a frying pan. She fought like a boss, improvised weapons and all. Her enemies' screams echoed across the estate. Emily instantly knew MOM had entered the fight. They jumped in too, fighting of the surrounding mercenaries. But Shark and his men took the kids hostage. Matt and Emily had no choice but to let them take the kids onto the helicopter. Hope was fading until Matt reviewed security footage and saw Leo's subtly showing of his smart fitness ring complete with GPS tracking. Following the signal, they found the kids were taken to Center's modern hall where a gala was being held that night. Matt and Emily changed into formal wear and left their weapons behind to get inside. Meanwhile, Shark had obtained the ICS key. He wanted to sell it to the highest bidder. And many billionaires were there, eager to see its capabilities in action. When Gore found out, he was furious that Shark did wait for him. He ordered his men to seize the key before the auction began. By then, Matt and Emily had already entered the building, but they still couldn't find their kids. Shark began a live demonstration of the ICS key's power. He had his assistant, Daphne, hack into the London train system, causing a blackout. Then she opened and closed the Thames barrier at will. Shark boasted about the device, claiming it gave ultimate control. The auction officially began. One bidder offered $25 million. Meanwhile, Matt and Emily fought off Shark's men from the elevator all the way up. Before they could reach their kids, they ran into Baron and the MI6 team. Baron, now knowing they didn't sell the key, came to arrest Shark, but the trickster escaped again, this time taking the kids onto a boat. The chaos escalated when Gore's men arrived, mistaking Matt for the key holder. Luckily, Ginny was sniping from a distance, saving them just in time. Matt and Emily stole a motorcycle and headed to the docks, still being chased. Shark had already boarded the boat with the kids and ordered his team to escape via the Thames. He called Daphne to open the floodgates. He told her to bring the ICS key to the rendezvous point. Then he'd escape for good. Emily guessed Shark's escape plan and told Matt they had to get on the boat. Meanwhile, outside the gallery, Nigel saw Daphne rushing to a car. He gathered his courage and rammed into it, knocking her out and recovering the ICS key. He called Ginny with the good news. Ginny then contacted Emily, who by then had already gotten onto the boat with Matt. Emily asked Matt to stop the barrier. As they reached Shark, the couple teamed up against his men. Leo grabbed a fire extinguisher and knocked out an attacker, saving his sister. Emily put life jackets on both kids and ordered them to jump off and escape. Meanwhile, Nigel used his coding skills to shut the barrier just in time. Matt and Emily then pummeled Shark and jumped into the river, leaving him stuck on the boat headed straight into the rising barrier. Authorities pulled the family safely from the water. Matt praised Leo's quick thinking and bravery. He told the kids to keep everything a secret. Emily and Alice finally understood each other better. Emily's relationship with her MOM also began to heal. The family returned home to America. Jenny and Nigel visited to watch Alice's football match. She turned a new leaf, focusing on school and spending time with her MOM. Leo became close with Nigel and Jenny, eager to learn spy work. Matt and Emily admired their children's growth, but then Baron suddenly appeared in their car, saying Shark's body was never recovered. MI6 needed someone from Emily's family to join the mission to hunt him down. Emily assumed they meant her MOM, but no, they were talking about her father. Matt was stunned. He had no idea his father-in-law was a spy too. And that's where the movie ends. That was Back in Action, a spy flick comeback. It scored 5.9/10 on IMDb and just 27% from critics on Rotten Tomatoes, though 58% of viewers enjoyed it. If you like this kind of story, please like. You can stream the full film on Netflix. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more from me, Khan Studio, the land of fun and action. See you next time.